Hi, this is Jimmy from CreateUp, and today I wanted to do a little bit of a different video than what I normally do, where usually I'm showing you some sales tools or marketing tools and how to use them. But today I actually wanted to talk about a bit of a broader topic with AI agents and MCPs and like what's going on, like maybe give you a summary if you're not too familiar with the topic. So as someone who built a few AI agents already, I can tell you that most of them get abandoned. They are not fully fleshed out projects because right now the technology for building AI agents, if people want to admit or not, it's still kind of janky, and it's a lot of moving parts. And having a good AI agent right now requires you to have really good tools to give to the agent and for agent to have in its toolbox. If you don't have all of the tools available, then it's basically just an LLM and you can only talk to it. But providing it with certain tools, then the LLM is able to actually take action and do something for you, and help your business or help your clients. So from that point of view, like having good agents actually requires a lot of time for you to set them up correctly, a lot of testing, and also there has to be some kind of impact on the bottom line. It has to move a needle in a certain way for your business or for your clients in order for it to make sense that you are investing time, learning some new platform, that you're investing resources, paying some new subscriptions, paying for API, spending, for calling LLMs for the agent to work. So it really has to have a real business impact for an AI agent to be worth it right now to create one, as of today. And one thing that's going to change this and is going to make everything much easier is MCP. And it's not a new thing, right? MCP was released by Anthropic even last year. But right now it's getting the adoption, and as more people start using it and as more businesses get behind it, especially like the big players, like if the biggest players get behind MCP, and we have one standard protocol for models to interact with these systems, then it's going to be much easier to build agents, to have standardized way of, this agent can work with the tool, let's say Asana, in a standardized way that has all of these functions from Asana's API, and the LLM can basically access them, and we don't have to actually build out the specific scenario for this API and have this specific scenario be connected to an agent. It's all going to be standardized, so we won't have to build all the individual tools for the agent's toolbox. Like we're not going to be required to build all of them, where in MCP is going to have a standardized way of talking to the system. So it's most likely going to be as easy as adding an API key or just logging in, connecting an account. It's still probably going to be done through like third-party platforms like Make and Zapier. But yeah, it should get much easier with the rise of MCP and the adoption of it. Now, the things are going to change, I think, in the next 6 months to a year. You'll see more adoption, and all of a sudden it's going to be a boom of agents. Right now, people who can actually make agents, they have to spend a lot of time actually creating these systems and also creating all the tools for the LLM to work with. But pretty soon it's going to be much easier to create agents and to even have a much better output from them than what we currently have. Because if you're like me and you played around with this and you create a few agents, it's only gonna be as good as the tools that you give it. So if you're not, expert at creating automations, then you cannot give it the best possible tools because you don't even know how to create them, right? So that might be one of the reasons why my first a few projects like felt very very janky, because I was just getting started again, like learning the system and learning how to make them. At this point, like we only have one agent that is really active, which is our list builder, and it really changed the workflow of us. When we first start building a list, just creating searches, all the way to pushing the leads to a campaign, which used to be like a 10-step thing, right now is probably like a 2 or 3 step process. So if there's a real impact, it makes sense to spend time to create a system, to create the tools for the agent, and to, have it work with your team basically. Uh, but in most cases right now, it's just not worth it to spend that much time, especially knowing that like what's just behind the next corner with MCPs. And that's a very interesting topic to explore and to play around with MCPs. And it's something that I just didn't put a lot of time into it. It's definitely something to consider for probably next month and next 2 months, like to see what are the actual applications that it can have on our business. And if you're watching this and you're a business owner, like, you should also be thinking about this, because if you are not, there's kids out there who are already thinking about this, and then they're coming for you, they're coming for a spot. So, yeah, make sure to stay in the loop when it comes to these things, but also do not waste time and resources trying to build out something if it doesn't have any impact on your business, on your clients, on your service that you're providing. So maybe wait a little bit until MCP is fully adapted, and then once we have all the players adapt MCP, then it's probably going to be as easy as adding an API key here and there, logging in here and there, connecting the systems, and then you just interface with it and chat with it. Right now, it's a lot more complicated than that. So, yeah, building agents is not recommended for everyone. But if you do, find this kind of stuff interesting, I am planning to build more agents as of right now that are immediately going to be helpful for our business, like a task manager, and some other things like that. That's for internal stuff. Also thinking about like, okay, like what are the applications for my clients? What kind of agent might be beneficial for them? So yeah, looking forward to continue exploring in this space. It's definitely very interesting. Things are moving pretty quickly, and yeah, if you are interested to see, maybe how we build out an agent from zero, might be one of the next videos coming up. We'll see. But thanks for listening and have a good one. Bye.